Everyone, it's Thursday and welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue, and Janet Jackson. How's it going? Today is the last day of Scorpio season. Woohoo! So exciting! If you have a hard time in Scorpio season, it's time to celebrate. So today is step 29, the last day of Scorpio. And then in the midday, very soon, we're moving to Sagittarius. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling today? I am very much uplifted, but I know that I go through emotions, but I'm getting better at it so far. I will say that. But whatever you're feeling, it's okay. And 29 is normally, even like 28 and 29 are it's kind of like a very nervous kind of energy, just about you're about to manifest something. There's an excitement, but it can be also nervousness, right? And also 29, like Gary from Human Garage always says this. It's 29 is whether it's all about breakthrough, and every time you break down, just trust that you will break through. And that seems like the pattern to, like, okay, this time I'm gonna die or what. But thank you guys for typing. Woke up today, happy camper. Michelle woke up today negative, letting it pass. Yeah, whether you're feeling negative, positive, it's all the feeling that you're feeling it out, and it's like tuning into your body, going inwards. And it's like, I'll show you the card right away, but it says slow down and rest, you need it. So I picked a similar card yesterday. What I'm feeling is that each zodiac season offers something special, and the Scorpio season was about setting boundaries. And then in order to show up to the world, you need to have good boundary for yourself, and then good boundary for yourself, good boundary with the people close to you. And then the last decade will be, dividing all that 30 days into 10 days, 10 days, these pie. And then the last decade will be the boundaries and you and versus the world, right? So we're literally at this last phase of Scorpio season, finale. So we are going through all the steps that we learned in the past, and it's very scary, when you're about to go on stage as a dancer, or when you're about to do something and then things are going to manifest, you probably feel this energy of like, okay, am I doing a good thing, right? And I think I can only imagine if you have astral chart like step 29 somewhere, things maybe happen for you last minute. So, but when you did this pattern, many times enough, you just know that, okay, I'm breaking down right now, but it's gonna pass and it's gonna be okay. So I'm sending you so much love, Michelle. And hi, Nanyans. Hi, good morning. How are you doing today? I feel so much better today. I am also in the mode of like, okay, I will get stuff done because I do have some stuff coming up and I haven't finished. But I feel good overall. Letting go of the past week's energy. Yeah. Let's celebrate the Scorpio energy, Lee. Yeah. I have a question. Any information of sleep paralysis? Oh, that's very interesting. Normally, I think everything that we deal with to do with the stress and inflammation. And stress is caused by inflammation in the body. And I like to think, excuse me. I like to think that inflammation is kind of like body is inflamed, right? And body is on fire. And so regulating your hormones, regulating your temperature, it helps you calm down your nervous system. And so, of course, moving fascia, hydration is very important. But try doing fascia maneuvers before going to bed. Specifically, if you could do it, we call it stress reset and 15-minute stress reset. But once you get used to it, you don't need 15 minutes. You can do a little bit faster version of it. But do the stress reset, which has palette swipe, totally twisted, and anti-gravity. You do that and quickly do organ reset, and then finish with non-surgical facelift like anterior twist, release your jaw and release that, open up the ear canal, and then that will put your brain into this state. What is it? Beta state, right? It's my early morning, and so you can sleep better. So you will, those little I wouldn't say little things, symptoms, anything you have started to go away. I noticed that for the last few days, I sleep like a baby, which is an awesome thing. When I go into bed, I normally, I will spend a lot of time on my phone and then go, changing direction of my lying down, and I will do all that stuff, but I can barely hold myself. It's like, okay, go to bed and put on the meditation music or meditation, and then maybe I'm gone in 10 seconds. So of course we go through phases, right? Sometimes you're particularly going through something, and you sleep is disturbed, or sleep paralysis. It means that your body is it's definitely it's like, I think it's like your brain is awake, but your body is asleep. So there's a conflicted thing happening in your body. So it's just like you wanna calm down your brain and calm down your body. So yeah, or vice versa. It could be that brain is sleeping and your body is awake. And maybe that's why regardless, there's like imbalance in your body. So something that you can try. So sorry, I'm not a doctor, but I believe that any symptoms that we have can be fixable. We can heal ourselves. But in order to do so, hydration, move your body, wear water. Nothing gets fixed if you're dehydrated. And so once you hydrate your body, the fascia opens up, and then let's move your body. Right? Movement is the answer. We are here moving our body, and a lot of things started to, break down if we don't move our body. So it's a sign of self-love, moving your body, or doing fascia maneuvers. That's moving your body, moving your mind every single day. And so this is how you can, if you're feeling stuck, or if you're in a loop of like this bad circulation, but loop, the only way to, I wouldn't say the only way, but get out of this, create maybe one healthy habit that that is good for you. And I think as a fascia maneuvers coach, I would say do the stress reset, organ reset, charge your organs, and non-surgical facelift. Start with once or twice a day and do that for 28 days. This is how 28-day life reset started. When I first started this journey, there was no life reset. There was no Human Garage app. And I was just like, okay, watch the video that they casually filmed at a beach. And I could hardly see what Gary was doing. But I know when I took this class in Lions Bay, I felt that release, right? So I just trusted this is what I'm going to do. Hi Larry, good morning. Oh, you guys are so active today. I'm very happy. So let's read the energy. Step 29, last day of Scorpio season. Woohoo! Now I know, I'm living more intentionally, align myself with the energy of astrology. And so you know, yesterday I talked about remember the feeling, memorize the feeling that you have when you experience something good. I think it's the feeling is so powerful. So, you know, same with like, you know, I wasn't really aware of the astral energy like I am right now because I show up to the live and talk about energy. So I am very excited to see when the season come back, right? We have 12 zodiac seasons, and then we go through that same pattern again, but things happen on a higher level every year because you've learned some lessons, right? So that when the lesson comes back, you are riding the wave smoother and more effortlessly. That's our goal. So let's read what Serious Joy has to say. Today is the final step of the I Protect Scorpio transit. The final step of any state of awareness is the most tested, extreme, or extraordinary. The energy is known to push the envelope, appear larger than life, and exaggerate circumstances. If a story has carried out through the I Protect Scorpio season, today may be the final act or climax to the story. It's good to think about a story, one story that has if your story has carried out through the I Protect Scorpio season. For me, so today will be that final act or climax to the story. So if I'm to pick one story, maybe like setting strong boundaries for myself to protect my core belief. If I get triggered that reminds me or makes me think like I'm not lovable or I am not protected, I'm not safe, then I think I am here to protect my core belief from those things that makes me feel I'm not. And it's not about the people, it's not about situation, it's probably like the mind, right? Because our ego likes to, our ego's job is to protect me. So anything that ego thinks that, oh, I don't feel, safe, ego is not safe, and then try to protect that story. So I am learning that there's nothing to control, because if you have weak boundaries and then you call into all kinds of situation in life. So it's basically about, okay, having the good boundaries. It's not too solid or it's not narrowed and closed off, but you don't want to be too loose, if that makes any sense. So when you have good boundaries, that's what we have learned for the last 30 days. When we have good boundaries, inside these good boundaries, we get to feel safe. We get to feel relaxed. And I think that's the one thing that I really learned in this Virgo season. And so what I had to do was to create a safe environment for my self, so that I get to feel relaxed and recharged, and also create the environment, working towards creating the environment that elevates me inside and makes me feel lovable or makes me feel believing myself. All of that is start within. So step 29 and somewhat explosive in I Protect Scorpio. That's because it's a combination of a person's feelings and reaction and personal boundaries. Emotional sensitivity mixed with ego and boundary triggers is a setup for conflict, aggression, anger, or at minimum, an overreaction to things. So it is a very explosive, powerful day. To win the day, one must adopt the posture of inward reaction. If the ego focuses on responding to your own feelings, you will enter into a mode of integrity. This is the act of loving yourself, one, and loving yourself some more, step 1, which is the spiritual equivalent to treading water in rough seas. Constant attention on yourself will prevent you from giving your power away to the moment or someone else. In the outer world narrative, you may be tested today on any boundary lesson you learned in the last 30 days. Someone may cross a boundary, or a prior offender may become a repeat offender. Often the second boundary offense is done in a way you never thought of or considered. In this way, you may be shown where you neglected to protect yourself, even though you were under the impression you already had protected yourself. So lessons do come up. And it's not because you're not doing it right, or you're not doing great, or you learned a lesson. It's just that it's just like everything is available here, right? And it just gets easier as we know and as we practice more. So, yesterday's live I talked about learn the lesson joyfully or learn the lesson miserably or hard. And when we are healing ourselves, we tend to, relearn the lesson or do it right in a more sensitive way. But as we learn the lesson, it's like you already know how to cope with, and so you can do it more smoothly and joyfully. So yeah, when you come from the perspective of wow, life is draining, life is a lesson. And so when you come from the perspective of life is hard, when I say, okay, everybody, life is a lesson, let's have fun, this sounds very, very draining, because you're already so tired. Your soul is so tired because the soul has been working so hard, but because of the conflicted belief, because of the blur boundaries, we have attracted all different type of reality. And it's like, okay, I don't want to learn any lesson. Learning lessons is over. Oh my God, don't come to me. But once you're able to calm down your nervous system, and it's just like coming back to your body, stay in your body and calm down, take enough time for yourself, do some more self-care, making sure your inner child is taken care of. You're the only one that can feel those needs. I want to be loved, I want to be cared, I want to be taken care of, I want to have fun, all of that. And yeah, I'm gonna save the life as usual. And so meeting those needs and loving yourself and raising your frequency, flowing your way through this. All emotions are there to help us understand more about ourselves. Once we learn, choose to let go. I have gone through a huge anger, grief, sadness for the last few months, and it was so hard on me, I noticed a lot of gray hair on my hair. It's like I can't help it. But I am learning. I'm slowly finding a calmer. I feel my water inside is calmer. Sometimes it's like a storm, right? Sometimes it's a calmer water. I think that's a great description about what happens in our body, right? We're water. Sometimes our water is very calm, and sometimes we go through this like crazy storm. Sometimes we have a high waves, and sometimes low tide. All of that, it's all part of us. But through these all, just know that we are always protected. We are always, taken care of from a different perspective. Universe, we cannot separate ourselves from God, universe, whatever you believe in. Separate yourself from inner guidance, right? But are you listening? Or you're facing against them, right? So it's all about that. But making peace with yourself, right? Like, know that we make mistakes, know that we feel angry, we feel frustrated sometimes, and sometimes we grieve, and all those things, and this water inside of our body, expressing all those things. But just let it be sometimes, and let go. And find your inner peace all the way. Now, in each of your stories today respond to your feelings rather than outer triggers. Remain in a state of self-integrity. Do your best to protect yourself and maintain boundaries. Learn from any mistakes. You'll be tested on your new productivity, material goals, or financial investment today. To maintain integrity, respond to challenges in the most loving way. When in question, refer to what your heart believes. Yeah, what do you believe? Always come back to that, right? Your goal today is to uphold the boundaries you set in motion over the last 30 days. Consider today a test. Learn from the experience. No matter what happens, consider today as a test. Rarely does something completely fall apart on the step 29 day, but it may feel as though things are falling apart. Do your best and learn from the experience. No matter what happens, consider today as a test. Rarely does something completely fall apart on the step 29 day, but it may feel as though things are falling apart. Do your best and learn from the experience. But also, let's set the intention that, break it to breakthrough, right? Break it to breakthrough. I trust myself. You should buy a copper cup. It will help for your gray hair. Okay, good to know. Copper. Yeah, I thought about copper cup like a bottle, like a water bottle for a while, but then every time I found this copper bottle, it has this like a little stain. I know it's okay for your body, but it's like I haven't really touched even just a copper cup. Yeah, I'll look into that. Thank you. So, yeah. In a way, brace yourself. This is gonna be the testing day, but also loving yourself all the way. And it's okay that feelings get triggered. And we are learning to be the best friends with those feelings. All feelings are welcome. And sometimes the tides are high. And today is one of those days, right? But take time for yourself. And that being said, let's pull the card. I tapped 29 times. And this is the card for everybody. And I'll read it again. So, slow down and rest. You need it. Sometimes we gotta just slow down. I think life is all about balance. I just had this thought that, you know, when you feel like the day is just, maybe you will feel like that on the step 0 day, which is gonna be tomorrow. But in the midday today, the step changes. So you probably feel that shift. But whatever step number you wake up to is that the day of the energy overall. So step 0 is Sagittarius tomorrow, and you probably feel very much like a void, like things are not moving. It's like calm type of energy. And then step 1, and it goes through that energy, and you learn more about yourself through that. But today is basically, it contains all of the lessons and the energy that we've been through. Relationship to yourself, boundaries with yourself, boundaries with the people around you, close friends, close family, and boundaries around the world, right? Your boundaries with the world. So those things are going to be tested, but of course you have to ground yourself, but taking time, slow down, trust in the process. And trust whatever you have worked on throughout this season, Scorpio season, it was profound. Because, this is literally the year that you set your intention for the next year. And I think it's a pagan new year, right? The Scorpio season. And I think traditionally, or I think ideally, Scorpio season should be the January, basically, the start of the year, because Scorpio season is about setting boundaries, and we create from this boundary, create from this void, Pluto energy, right? Because if you have that good intention, what you protect, what you know, okay, this is I am going to protect. This is what I'm not going to protect. Then you know what kind of year you're going to have, what kind of life you're going to create. So those things are super important, and that's what we learned. So celebrate that. And I think that even like yesterday and yeah, like today, it's okay to take time, slow down, even though the energy is not like that. But sometimes like it seems counterintuitive, but it's very important to slow down. I have worked on myself. I just need to see how everything unfolds today. All I need to do is holding that faith and a belief. So belief. Self-care isn't selfish, so give yourself permission to put yourself first today. When was the last time you asked yourself, what do I really need? Slow down and take a moment to tune into your soul's voice to see what you need most right now. When you put your mind and body into overdrive and don't take the time to rest and refuel, your body begins to show physical signs that it is time to slow down. That's when you get sick, right? So slow down. Give yourself permission to make you a priority today before your body makes you. They say we can't fill from an empty cup, and to put our oxygen mask on first. Help yourself first. And yet we have the hardest time adapting this philosophy to all areas of our lives. Don't wait until resentment or anger kicks in to take a break. If you've been overgiving and you are on the edge of burnout, this card shows up as a reminder to take care of yourself before overextending again. Yeah. It's living selfishly seems very hard for us because of the programming that we have. But if you are going against your will or doing something against your heart because you need to please others, or because you need to run your family, or making sure everything is in good operation, oftentimes you cross those boundaries. Let's talk about the boundaries again, right? And yeah, that's true. I have a cold right now. Okay, well, sending you so much love, Naninyas. And Lee, great reminder. Yes, of course. Reminder myself too. So that's, when you do that for a very long time, the body and the situation come up and teaches you. It's like remind you, this is what you've been holding on to. Let it go. Vibrate it out. That's when maybe you get sick or you get injured, all of that. I was just talking with one of the coaches yesterday, and he said that, he eats very clean, and he lives in, he's one of those people, digital nomad, and it's a glorious life, right? He's not tied to any countries, he's just by himself, and then, making enough money to sustain himself to travel anywhere in the world with his passport, which I think is awesome. And he does that all the time. And he recently got injured. He got into this bike accident, but he put himself in. He basically tripped. Because he didn't have the good brake on his bike. And so his lesson was, okay, I tend to procrastinate or not putting the priority on the most important things like survival. You gotta have a break. And then he let it slide, and then he got himself into this accident. But miracles after miracles, right? I think there was some divine guidance, intervention. He saved, but he hurt himself, but I think he's gonna heal really fast. But what he said was, I eat clean and I do all the good things, so I don't get sick. But if I get something and things like that, things come from outside too. Could be people like losing something, or something happens, injury, accident. But some people feel it in their body more, right? So we all different. Thank you, great reminder. I tend to get going and not stop until I'm exhausted. Yeah, well, you had your Instagram, Southwest Warrior. You have a warrior spirit in you, right? Yeah, I think I have that warrior spirit in me too. You know, I'm a Capricorn. Like, you will get off, I will not get off this treadmill, you know. But it's a good attitude in a sense, but we also learning. We're going to a different world, new worlds. Sometimes you just maybe, okay, you don't quit, you still get to be on the treadmill, but maybe we'll start to slow down a little bit, you know what I mean? So it's all about be more fluid and adaptive, and yeah, just appreciating all your good trait, because I noticed that I have this strong commitment and side that I don't quit, but doesn't mean that I have to go 100% all the time, right? Allow myself to, sometimes I do bare minimum, and then I spend rest of the time, maybe I'm grieving, or rest of the time stretching my body. Yeah, hard lessons. I'm Taurus, go, go, go. Very interesting. Yeah, Taurus is very well known for moving slow though. So that's the thing. You probably have to look at other signs, but Taurus is a powerful manifester. It will, you know, whatever Taurus put their mind to, it will manifest. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, right? Here comes, you need to use your discernment with your heart. It's like, is this what I really want, right? Does my heart really want? Because you will manifest. But in order for us to manifest, this is in general, not just Tauruses. We need to go through steps, right? Do I believe in this? Do I love this? How do I feel about this? All of that. But so Tauruses are known as slow manifester, but it has this grounding energy. It's an earth sign, right? Grounding energy. And when Taurus said yes, it's gonna be yes, you know. So it's a very grounding, slow, but the other trait will be stubborn. Taurus can be stubborn. It's like when somebody asks you to get off the treadmill, it's like, no, I'm not doing that, even though it's hurting you, right? So maybe the stubborn part, learn to work with your strength and learn to ease some of the negative trait because of the strength. So lately, I have been struggling with feeling less than others, and I'm not sure what to do to change this belief. Do you have any suggestion? I've been struggling with feeling less than others. So do you find that other people are more sensitive and feeling, and you kind of bypass their feelings and not considering their feelings? Is that what you're trying to say? I've been struggling feeling less than others. You know, as much as like, you know, let's say if my partner is very emotional and about something that I did, and I never intend to make him feel this way or something, you are not responsible for people's emotions. So as much as I will get really mad if this is the opposite situation, but there's nothing wrong with you. You are not responsible for people's emotions, and also they are not responsible for your own emotions, right? If people get triggered by your action, by your existence, right, and it's none of your business. Here's the hard part, right? Because we really want them to feel bad. But it goes vice versa. Is you know, literally, we are all, you know, programmed in that way that we are somehow not enough, we're not worthy, we need to make sure we take care of others, become people pleaser. There was no boundaries around that, and this is how we lived our entire life, right? We lived our life trying to please other people because we don't feel enough, and our survival depends on this parents, you know, and those programming have been affecting us in a good, you know, hugely. So, but again, whatever happened in the past doesn't matter, because has been a huge timeline. Every time we go through this huge portal, like astrological astrological energy, whether that's a new moon, full moon, or it could be like moon, you know, retrograde. Moon does not retrograde. All of that crazy planet, you know, you don't have to know everything. I don't know everything. I just like learning to be better. But as we go through shift, you feel it in your body, and every time you shift, you can do things better because you know better, right? Every time your shift happens in you, right? Whatever you're going through, it's like, you experience this epiphany of something. And it's like, just trust that you will do better because you have upgraded yourself. You've gifted yourself this new timeline. You will do better. And if bad feeling comes up, keep reinforcing and thanking those reminders that coming up for you. Thank you for this reminder again. I will never ever let myself in this situation. And I love myself. I feel great. And you know, I trust myself. And because I am so worthy that I receive the best version of everything, best version of people's behavior, best version of my ego, you know, because the ego can go crazy sometimes, but I know that I'm so deserving of receiving the best of best, right? Best health, right? We gotta start working on feeling worthy of receiving, because that's what makes us magnetic, right? It's just trust yourself. And you know, maybe I have this issue still, but you know, I'm just know that I'm worthy. It's my birthright to feel safe and be lovable and be provided. And coming from that, now ask for more. I am deserving of receiving this, right? I am worthy of receiving the perfect health. I am worthy of receiving this perfect relationship. And I am worthy of receiving the perfect, you know, let's say, receiving the perfect clients I work with. They all elevate me. So let's set the intention. We all get to have that power. And sometimes we don't ask enough, right? And when you raise your self-worth, we notice that, oh, we get to ask this, we get to ask that, and you started to be so good at asking for more. But in order for us to ask more, we need to know where we are, and we can only see where we are by looking yourself from a third person perspective. But also you can know where you are when you look at where other people are as well. This is how we learn to go, you know, learn to understand the relationship with yourself and others, right? But again, be kind to yourself. I talk about this. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. We are all going through it, and just because this person is not getting it or having a bad situation doesn't mean that this person it's gonna be like that. I think we are all busy working on ourselves, and we support each other, but at the end of it, it's all up to us. And so it's very important to continue to empower yourself while working on yourself. And if you feel like something that you offer will benefit the world, then you share, right? So just be patient and compassionate with yourself. Yeah. So I have an announcement. I am teaching this Zoom fascia maneuver class this Sunday. This Saturday, on Saturday, November 23rd, and it's a Zoom class. Link in the bio. And whether you can attend live or you're gonna watch the recording, I would love you to see and join. This class is 1 hour and a half, so 90 minutes. We're roughly about moving fascia together for an hour, but a special class, the last half an hour, it will be Q&A. Also, I like to create this intimate, friendly vibe throughout the class. So that's the intention. And I would love for my student to feel transformation. And I'll be people are have a section upon registration where they get to ask their questions, and I will give them some personal guidance per se that works for many people. And so yeah, it's going to be a special class. Also, if you're living in Vancouver area, today I have my regular Thursday Fascia class happening. I forgot to make a post about it, so I'm gonna make it right away. Yeah, lots of things are happening. I mean, I am also creating. I decided that I gotta start from somewhere, right? So this is where I'm trusting, step 29. Whatever I set my intention to, it's gonna happen. And I am willing to learn and willing to make mistakes, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just thought that it's time for me to go and create more online classes for people who are outside of Canada, because I do teach a lot of fascial maneuver classes in Vancouver. And yeah, so start from somewhere, and I am setting the intention that I'm going to have fun, and I also going to teach for myself. And then whatever I teach for myself will benefit the people who join me. And that's a new intention that I'm bringing to any teaching that I do, because if you're doing something for others, it's an exchange. But also, if you find yourself giving away more energy than, maybe, crossing the boundaries, right? And then it creates anger and resentment, just like the card says today. But if you know that you show up to do things regardless, you're doing yourself. I think this is that best approach to anything you do in life, because, I do this because it's not like I do this because I feel you deserve this. No, it's not like that, right? Like, I want to do this for you because I feel this way, and I do this for you because I do this for myself. So that's very interesting. I was just thinking a lot of things came up to my mind, but it's okay to make mistakes, and listen to your heart. We are all learning to connect with our heart. It's so funny that it's like right in the center. There's Janet Jackson right there. So let's finish with the heart and the brain, because I think that should be the must every life. And I'm also get to practice this affirmation and embody this affirmation throughout the day. So clap your hand, and thank you guys for being here. And whether you're watching live or recording, I will show up consistently and talk about stuff that is important for me, and share my learnings and share with others. Let's feel our energy. Right hand on your heart, left hand on top of your head. Imagine energy circulate through your heart and through the brain. Breathe your mouth. Feel your heartbeat. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Let's do affirmations. Hello, brain. Hello, ego. Thank you for protecting me. Now, trust your heart and do what your heart says. Always. Hello, heart. You are in charge. I trust you. I follow you. I listen to you. I am lovable. I am loved. I am safe. I am protected. I am provided. I love myself. I forgive myself. I accept myself. I am enough. I am worthy. I am worthy of receiving. You guys can add anything you want. I'm worthy of receiving the perfect health, best health. Worthy of receiving the perfect jobs, career. I am worthy of receiving the best behaviors on anyone who I work with and interact with. I feel safe with myself. I am abundant. I am healthy. I am courageous. I am confident. I am flexible. All is well. Everything is working out in my favor. You guys can add anything you want. When you program your fascia, this is the moment you get to set any intention that you have. I am joyful. My life is great. My life is filled with so many great things and grateful things. I welcome surprises, good surprises. Today is a good day. I have faith in me. Everything is working out. Let's feel and let's do 6 breaths. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Yes. How you guys feeling? Feel your body. When you learn to love yourself and know that, you know, we go through stuff and maybe you've done or things happen in the past, but even that, you're still lovable and you are loved. And so keep telling yourself, because it's like, you know, this is how you heal your wound, and know that we're on the right track and trust the process. Everything is happening for us. Life happens for us. And maybe sometimes things need to break so that we can break through. Yeah, relax. Yeah. All we have to do is trust, believe, and know that still everything is well. So hold on to that feelings. Memorize the feeling. When you feel good, memorize that feeling. It's like, this is that feeling I'm gonna hold on to. And enjoy your energy, right? Take time for yourself. And you know what I started to do for the last few days? I'm not gonna lie. I started to talk to myself. And because I didn't know for the longest time how to meet my own needs, you know, doing things that good for me. You know, I would take care of others, right? Do you want a banana? You know, I would easily talk to people like that to offer tea, you know, but then I would really think like maybe I just do that autopilot, but now I do it intentionally by talking to myself. Hello, I came home. It's like, how you feeling? You know, how I like talking to myself. It's like, what do you want? Do you feel like you want tea? Do you want bananas? Do you want oranges? Do you want yogurt? Do you want to eat rice? Rice, Asian. I think that's a good practice. I'm talking to myself, making sure I'm taking care of myself first. So if that resonates with you, join me. Join me talking to yourself. But if you can sign up for Zoom Fascia class on Saturday, November 23rd, link in the bio. It's 1 to 2:30 PST. That's of course PM. And yeah, I'd love to see you guys. And if you can attend this time, I'll be planning more classes as well. Next one, I would definitely want to do facelift. I thought about doing a facelift right away, but I just wanted to start with something you know, the standard. But this one is of course it's special because I'm teaching, but it's you know, I add a lot of movement portion in my class. So it's not just going through the fascia maneuvers that you already know online on YouTube. It's definitely, I'm adding my own flavor. This is what's helping me, and also adding the mover and the dancer. So I will add those lots of elements like that. Yeah, yes, talking to myself all the time. Yes, let's do that. I love it. I'll start doing it. Yes, I strongly encourage you to do that. Talking to yourself and encouraging yourself, cheer yourself up, and it's okay, you're feeling this way, you know, like talking to a best friend. Instead of like talking inside, you actually address it, use this portal. So anyways, thank you guys for being here, and today is Thursday. I will see you on Friday. Bye everybody, take care.